huge warning to this developer. He's charging money for a
Sonic Fin game.
I don't know if this guy really understands how ridiculous that is. You are using the IP of a company which can and is known to sue people, and you're making money off of it. Like, seriously, if I was this developer, I would instantly remove this game if he does not want to release it for free. You cannot profit off of this, bro. This is like really serious.
Oh my god, do I have a lot to talk about today. What's up everybody, it is TerraSF 2.0 and welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and judging by the thumbnail or the title of the video, I'm pretty sure that you can tell that I don't like Sonic Omens. Look, I'm not gonna lie, when this first came out, when it was still known as Sonic 2020, I was actually pretty optimistic about the game. Like, I remember I tried it out, I was having a blast. It was episode White Jungle, I believe, because that was like the only thing available at the time. I actually had a good time playing it and stuff. But as we went down the line, as the new chapters started coming out and stuff, after I found out the stuff they did, I don't know, it just was kind of like love-hate. Because even when I was optimistic about it, and when I did play it, it just didn't click with me why so many people were loving and adoring this. Personally, when chapters 1 through 4 were officially came out, I was having sort of fun with it. The first boss battle, I didn't really like it that much. The first few acts I couldn't handle, they were pretty alright. But as you kept progressing and progressing, you just realized that this game is not really that good. Graphically, yes, it does look beautiful and it's on the Infinity Engine. But if you look at it in retrospect and all the other parts of the game, it's just not it. It's just not what people really have been looking for and stuff like that. They try to match adventure style with the boost gameplay, and in hindsight, the way they did it, it did not work very well in my opinion. And if for those who have actually played the game that this is inspired by, or in the Will of the Wisp, you can tell that they used a lot of aspects from Ori and the Will of the Wisp, like a lot of them. Am I saying that's a bad thing? No, you can get inspired by other games and such. But literally, I see people playing this game and they're showing a lot of things that they said that feel similar to them playing Ori and the Will of the Wisp. But then again, that's just some people, that's me, that's just my opinion. Seen from others who've played the game, they basically said some similar things to me, basically saying that, oh yeah, some people I heard, they didn't really like the voice direction of how this went. And I'm going to talk about some things including the voice actors very soon. But before that, I just want to say that right now, when they made that development update video a few months ago, when that was supposed to be the release date for the final episodes, honestly, I was honestly pretty shocked that they said that they were going to delay the game and fix all the stuff that people did not like, or the things that they saw in development, the bugs and glitches and stuff like that. But I'm not going to lie to you. Just look at this clip and tell me, I want you to be honest, tell me, out of the things they said they were going to fix, did they fix in this latest update or in the full game or whatever you want to call it?
We took player feedback to satisfy that sweet perfectionism and implemented many quality of life changes to the overall gameplay, squashed many bugs, and added more content in chapters 1 through 4, which will enrich the Sonic Omens story overall.
Alrighty everybody, and now it's time for everyone's favorite game show. What did Sonic Omens fix in their final release? Alrighty everybody, we have 4 answers for you guys today. Now, let's see, the question is, what did Sonic Omens fix and said they were going to fix from their development update video? Like I said, you have 4 choices. Now listen up very carefully. Now answer 1, they listened to player feedback. Answer 2, they fixed the bugs and glitches. Answer 3, they added some quality of life improvements to make the game a little bit more pleasable for others. And number 4, they added more content. Now, choose your answer right now. Oh, you finished answering already? Oh, okay. So, anyway, time to tally up the votes. Alright, so it looks like the answer to this question was
literally all they did was add more content. There was literally nothing that improved. They didn't listen to player feedback. They didn't fix any bugs. They didn't do any quality of life improvements. It's like they took the build from Gamejolt from so many months or years ago, and then they just added on to it. Literally nothing has changed. Possibly even made it worse. That's literally it. But yeah, I just wanted to capitalize on that real quick. But anyway, now that that's out of the way, now we can actually talk about the real issues that happen within the actual game, or within the development of the game. Now, of course, I know a lot of you already know about the dumb Patreon drama, how they were monetizing the game, and even though Sonic's not their IP, they still did it anyways, and that caused a lot of drama within the community and stuff like that. People were worried about, we might not be able to make Sonic games anymore because there'll be a lot of DMCA requests because of Omens and stuff like that. Yeah, well, that didn't happen, and last time this happened, or we talked about it, Sega brought it up. They basically just said, hey, don't do that again. But now we have some new drama apparently, or I guess you can say expanded, and now there's apparently more to the Patreon drama. Now before I say anything else, I just want to let you guys know that everything I'm about to tell you now is all from an article that's been created by Sparkle, or also used to be known as Sparkle Gem on Twitter. So to start off this document, you basically have Sparkle introducing himself. You may wonder why I'm in the Sonic Omens Twitter account. Well, I did ask the owner of the account if he can publish the document, so no, I don't own the Twitter account. Anyway, this document was written because of Ouroboros Studios' actions. They have been involved in harassment, paywalling Sonic Omens previews behind Patreon, and on a Russian Patreon equivalent. The project also stole music from Cars 2, the video game, and they are spreading lies about the past drama. This document wouldn't be existed if they didn't harass me and encourage their fans to go after people who did not like the game. So apparently they harassed Sparkle Gem. I did not know that. But then again, he didn't talk too positively about the game, so that probably makes a lot of sense for most people. But anyway, let's continue reading this document. And starting off with everything that I said earlier, they're doing the Patreon thing again. And according to what Sparkle said, they originally had beta builds hidden behind a paywall subscription on Patreon until the backlash they got, which I'm pretty sure you've all seen the backlash of the Patreon incident, which basically ruined their reputation for not handling criticism properly. They reworked both personal Patreon into Ouroboros Patreon, which hosts their original IP project. However, it still hosts Sonic Omens related development stuff, excluding beta builds. These images were taken from their Patreon through inspect elements. So yeah, they actually were using a paywall for people to play Sonic Omens, which is messed up. You're not supposed to be monetizing your fan game that's from an IP that's not even yours. But I digress. Anyway, my issue with the Patreon is that their original IP projects are basically non-existent because it's overshadowed by Sonic Omens posts. They don't advertise Sonic Omens in their Patreon description, but if you scroll down you will find out that multiple posts are filled with Sonic Omens content. They actually have a video shown, but I can't really show it in the video because I don't know how to download it. It's unstreamable, it's in the doc. Like I said, go check out the doc if you haven't, so you can understand what's going on here. Almost 100 people are watching this or reading this document right now as I read this to you. Anyway, not only that, but Patreon isn't the only thing they have. If you go to their VK page, which is a social media platform like Twitter or Facebook that also allows you to donate people money through donations, you can find posts advertising a Patreon equivalent called Boosty, which advertises Sonic Omens. If you go to their Boosty page, it literally hides Sonic Omens content behind a paywall. So there you have it. Apparently they're using a Patreon equivalent. I'm not sure if it's only from where they are, but again, they're using another source to monetize a fan game that's not even their IP, which is really scummy. And apparently this one is more dedicated, or I guess has more Sonic Omens than the Patreon. That's not good. That's not good one bit. So I don't know what they were thinking, but if you look in the screenshots shown in the document, Sonic Omens is like, it's like this being plastered there. They have their other IPs and stuff, but like they said, it's being overshadowed by Omens. So I could see why this is a problem for many. To add on to all of this, Sonic Omens was not the first time that they used a fan game to hide beta builds behind a paywall subscription. They apparently did this with another game of theirs known as Dragon of the Edge. which is apparently a fan game to the beloved franchise How to Train Your Dragon. Is this scummy? Of course it is. You're using another IP that's not even yours, and you're making profit off of beta builds of your fan game that is of an IP that's not yours. So yeah, that is pretty messed up. But with Sonic Omens, it's a bigger deal because it's Sonic and everyone knows Sonic. So, I can't say everyone, but a lot of people know Sonic, so of course it's going to be more scummy when you do with their IP, which could lead to more bigger and badder problems. But that's enough of the old stuff. That's why I said it was expanded. Let's get into the new things and the stuff we've recently learned about Sonic Omens and its development over the years. Something I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't really notice is that if you're wondering why some games on Gamejolt have ads and why some don't, here's something that you should understand. If you're using Gamejolt to publish your game, you have the option to turn ads on or off. And the option basically warns you that only do this if you don't want your game monetized, or if your game is a subject to a license that doesn't allow monetization. If you're using an IP that's not yours, then you don't monetize it. Simple as that. But if it's your own IP, everything is basically all you and nothing is like stolen IP or nothing is like from somebody else, I guess, in a way, then yeah, monetize your game because that's basically yours. But if it's a stolen IP like Sonic, Mario, whatever you go for, then yeah, you can't monetize that game because it's not yours. It's not your IP. So that's just a small thing, because apparently Sonic Omens has ads on their Gamejolt page. And you wanna know why that's a bad thing? Because Sonic Omens is like one of Gamejolt's, I guess, big hits. Not really big hits, but it's more known, or it's the most known on Gamejolt. So of course people are gonna go to that so they can download the game. Plus they're getting ad revenue from the ads that are being shown. And therefore they're making money through Gamejolt, which is not right. So that's another scummy thing that they did, because it's not their IP. I have to keep preaching that because they're apparently not understanding that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for monetization, I believe. Now let's see the other things that they have done. Now this small tidbit I'm going to talk about is just a little bit about the creator of Sonic Omens, Bolt. Now this is a small part that Sparkle Gem added, and I'm just going to read it to you now. I'm sorry I keep calling you Sparkle Gem Farkle, it's just that's how I remember you. But anyway, let's get to reading. Before the Patreon drama, a friend of mine named Vinteru was going to be the voice actor of Shadow. The demo track I heard was pretty good. One day she needed a new microphone and told Bolt that it would come in 2 days. When telling him that her new microphone came, she realized that she got replaced and Bolt did not tell her. What he did was extremely unprofessional. This is why Shadow sounds like this in Sonic Omens. She was planning to voice Sonic as well, but also got replaced. Okay, what? Okay, that's actually really messed up. So apparently, Bolt had a voice actor. She told him that her microphone would have come in for the next 2 days, and he just decides to replace her without even telling her. Okay, that is really messed up. You're not really supposed to do that in a work environment. So let people know what you're trying to do beforehand, or tell them in the process. You don't just leave them hanging, because that's just straight up unprofessional. So I can see why people are a little bit upset at Shadow's voice actor. I'm not sure I've really seen any about Sonic's voice actor, but you know what, I'm gonna get into some voice acting stuff later, so we're just gonna leave that as it is. So apparently the drama also continues and actually has to do with one of the composers of the game, John Rise. And he is known for tracks such as Child Paradise and Area 99. The music is kinda okay, but what if I told you that one of the songs rearranged the track from Cars 2, the video game? Basically, he took the song, changed the instrumentals, and claimed that the song was original. The song's name is Unknown Race. Unknown Race is a higher quality rendition of the DS version of Oil Rig Race. And I actually found a clip on YT that basically explains how similar the song from Cars 2 is to Area 99. So I'm gonna just do a quick skim through so you can see what I mean. I could definitely see how it's very similar, or how he rearranged some instruments from the Cars 2 game, so I can see that perfectly fine. But apparently he also started copyright claiming people who would re-upload his music, so I'm guessing he doesn't like that. But apparently he also only has been copyright claiming. He apparently has been copyright striking, which is worse than a claim because it actually risks getting your channel deleted or off the internet for good. Why he did this, I don't know. But the people that were re-uploading his music were fans of the game. Yet he decided to basically destroy their life and delete their channel over some music. That just seems a little bit too crazy. Just a little bit too crazy. Also be a lot for some people, but that's just a little too crazy. And even talk negative about the game, because if you do, you're basically getting blocked by the team, which also adds on to censorship. They basically wanted to censor or basically not let people know that the haters or the people that don't support the game exist, because they would delete comments, not really delete comments, basically hide anything that basically shows any negative impact against the game, which I find is pretty dumb. Like, you can't even explain to the community or next to the devs that the game is bad, because according to Sparkergem, he got banned from the official server just for voicing his opinion. So I guess you can't do that anymore. The next part is just a whole thread that has to do with Joe, so I'm not really going to go too much into it because it's going to take much longer than expected. So like I've kept saying, just check out the actual document. The link will be in the description. But without further ado, let's talk about some voice acting issues that happened recently with this game. And I'm kid you not, this is honestly pretty sad that a development team is acting like this. As we go on to Twitter, we go to the user Nazania Toymiya1, and this is basically what it reads. Let me tell you a thing about Omens. Eggman's VA in this game is a YouTuber. He streamed Sonic Omens yesterday, played it for 2.5 hours straight. Omens level design is so atrocious that it drove him mad, and it made him have a mental breakdown after struggling to beat it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna put the non-subtitles version in the video, but if you want the raw subtitles version if you are English, I recommend going to the description to watch it. But oh my god, it low-key made me cry.
Да блять, заебало, все, я не могу больше. Все, хватит.
Ебать, он лох.
Так, ребята, давайте, ребят. Просто пиздец, блядь. Меня заебало. Босс меня просто уже остоебенил. Эти, блядь, надо мной насмехаются, говорят, босс охуенный, все охуенно. Меня уже просто сил нету. Я дохну, я не понимаю, что делать. Меня постоянно пиздит этот Bullet Hell, постоянно вот эти вот прожектайлы, постоянно вот эти вот мелкие враги. Кольца хуй подберешь, энергии не хватает, колец не хватает, нихуя не хватает. Сука, да пошло оно в пизду, серьезно, заебало. Я понимаю, что я сейчас разру...
What makes things even sadder is that the devs were on the stream and they were watching their voice actor low-key struggle. That's just terrible. I know if I was the director or on a team with somebody and they played the game and they didn't like stuff like that, I wouldn't be laughing my head off to them failing, struggling, having a mental breakdown as they play. That's just not right. So the fact that they did this is just a major low. That's just a major low. There is just one more last thing that I would like to say from this article, or from this document. I don't know why I keep saying article. But this document, and it basically has to do with pedophilia. Honestly, I don't know if you can really count this as pedophilia, but again, take this with a grain of salt, if you will. Now, anyways, so recently in my private server, someone, I'm not going to mention the name of for safety reasons, found an underwear texture for Maria. On the texture is written, bad girl. Like, what the actual crap? She is 12, what the heck? And then it shows a Discord link to the actual image of the said texture. This counts as sexualizing minors, and whoever thought it was a good idea to make this, to my knowledge, this texture is not visible, or at least obscured during the boss fight. Meaning this was added by someone for fun? Honestly, I don't really know if you can count this as pedophilia. Maybe the person who made that bad girl decision or whatever didn't know who Maria was, or maybe thought that she was older or something. Who knows? We don't even know who even made the textures, or I don't know if we can really call them pedophiles. Maybe they're the same age. But then again, like I said, take it with a grain of salt, because we don't have much evidence to know if that person is a pedophile or if they just didn't know who Maria was in general. So yeah, I just say take it with a grain of salt. Now to conclude this said video / document, here's what Falco has to say in my last words. What can we do about all of this? Well, simple. Just don't support their game. Don't even play their game or support their projects. Support other fan game projects such as Sonic and the Fallen Star, Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit, Sonic GT, and Sonic & Knuckles Nitrogic Panic. Tell your favorite Sonic Supers to not play Sonic Omens as well. Making Sonic fan games should be about passion and not be for monetary gain. If you really care about earning money on an IP you don't even own, it really shows how much of a greedy scumbag you are. And that's the end of the document. And honestly, I agree with Farkle 100%. You can't be monetizing an IP that's not even yours and think you could just get away with it. It's just showing how much we're like, did you make this fan game out of love, out of spite? Oh wait, who am I kidding? They did make this game out of spite. Oh my god, how could I forget? So as I was getting the evidence for this video, I checked on the fake Sonic Omens account, and basically they found a little Discord conversation with John Rise and one of the other devs of the game, and it states, "We have finished the project out of spite. The haters failed their mission and canceled us. Game over. Now we're on top of the world, freaking trending all over Twitter." And to this I say, you're really dumb. Y'all really expected this to happen. It's like they didn't even care if they were getting flames or popular. They're just like, okay, well, we didn't let the haters win. Plus, we're getting recognized, so, you know, that's a plus. Are you serious? If that's the mindset you're gonna have, I don't think you should be making fan games, or I don't think you should be having any recognition, period. But at the same time, if it's like they're trying to be attention grabbing, or yeah, attention seekers, if you will. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you like this discussion video, comment, like, subscribe. This is the first time I've actually done something explaining a mega drama or whatever. So feel free to smash that like button, subscribe if you want more content like this, and I will catch you all in my next video. Love y'all all. Peace out.